We're here in Clovis, California. We just finished demoing back a toilet here. It had an offset flange in there, which they're against code. Plumbers set those sometimes when they're either too close to the back wall or they're too far off center. Anyways, they just come in and it kind of swings the flange over a couple inches. You're not supposed to set them. Anyway, so the only problem with that is one side of the flange was missing the bolt slots, so there was no way to get bolts to it. And they're putting new floors down, so they had us come in with jackhammer, a little hole here, found the lateral line down below, little coupling, a little 4x3 closet bend. We're going to go ahead and set the flange, get some brass bolts in there and cement this back in, and then we'll take a picture when we're done. Okay, so we're still here in Clovis, California, and we already took the first portion of this video. It shows what we roughed in down there. And then additionally, we did take a piece of unistrut, a 7/8 by 1 5/8 strut, about 20 inches long, and we slid it underneath existing slab. So it's about 3 to 4 inches deep from concrete outside of our new pour, concrete to concrete down on top of the pipe. And the reason being is I just like to see some kind of support downward when you're doing a patch. If the floor was a single pour, great, probably stay in place, but because it's been jackhammered and we have, just a patch here, I got that in there. So it's holding down. That unistrut is not going to move upward against existing concrete. So it's, even if we didn't even pour this in place, it would hold. We did go ahead and leave the ditch deep, so we've got a minimum of 6 inches in here. The rest of the floor is about 4. We've got 6 inches. It's about a 2-foot square opening, so 6 inches deep. Got it smoothed out. Let your flooring guy know that this is smoothed out to top of flange. What we would like to see him do after this is cured tomorrow, come in here and you can see, go ahead and just take a little hammer and tap around where the steel is. The steel is probably a total of a 7-inch diameter. This is about a 5-inch diameter here where the plastic's at, but the steel comes out about 7 inches. Just tap and remove the existing. It'll tap away real easy. You don't have to mess with it too much. But go ahead and tap it all away, clean it off, get it real clean first before you put your first flanged wax ring on there. Get all this plastic out of here. Don't leave this ridge in place. Pop this out, cut that off, get your flange in there. Don't leave this thing up in here. And then clean that all off. We did go ahead and put a substantial amount of putty on both sides where the closet bolts go. So those, once you get that cleaned off, you could just take your bolt, slide it into the large rectangular slot, push it into the putty, and then slide it back into place and bolt it to the flange. Please bolt it to the flange. And then a couple wax rings minimum. You'll be able to tell once you set that toilet, if it hits the floor before you feel the wax, take it off, put another wax ring in there. So anyways, we're done for right now. That was our scope of work. Outside of that, this installation is done.